So we got a triple dose of misery for you. Yeah, no, I know. Don't worry, though. It's only going to go downhill from here. The FDA says Pfizer's vaccine meets its criteria for immune response in children aged 5 to 11. Yay! So now the kids can hop in on this insanity. Yeah, I don't think so. Agency says statistical modeling. Okay, the FDA, on the advice of Pfizer, probably on studies that are well-researched, widely conducted, definitely aren't just in the triple digits when it comes to test subjects. But hey, we'll go ahead and we'll listen to the experts and follow the science on this. But their modeling suggests benefits outweigh the risks. Okay, a vaccine-related heart inflammation. Oh, okay. Like how, 5 Nordic countries still have paused. I understand that that's Moderna's vaccine, but why are they bringing that up for Pfizer's? I thought that was a different gimmick, but whatever. The Food and Drug Administration said in a report on Friday that Pfizer's BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine meets the agency's criteria for immune response. It generated in children aged 5 to 11. Awesome. The agency also said that the vaccine would likely provide more benefits than risks. Okay, in most scenarios. That's a lot of disclaiming that you have to do there. The FDA briefing document was published ahead of the scheduled meeting. Trying to get out ahead of this one, I guess, on a panel of outside experts, okay? On October 26th, members of the Vaccine and Related Biological Products Advisory Committee are vote on that day on whether they would recommend the FDA to authorize the jabs. In the document, the FDA acknowledged results from Pfizer's release earlier in the day, said that the 2-dose vaccine was nearly 90.7% effective against the China virus in clinical trials of children aged 5 through 11. Wow, I remember when these trials were first coming out, and they said that they were like 99 point some odd percent effective. Where'd the 10% go? Whatever. Pfizer's clinical trial was not primarily designed to measure efficacy. Yeah, you don't say. Against the virus. Then what the fuck was it? Why are you calling it a vaccine? It's clearly not. Fuck. The trial compared the amount of neutralizing antibodies induced by the vaccine in children to response of older recipients in the adult trial. Now, based on those results, Pfizer BioNTech said last month that their COVID-19 vaccine induced the most robust immune response in children. It was not primarily designed to measure efficacy against the virus. Most robust immune response in the children. Okay, I don't see any cognitive dissonance there. Like I said, we're heading down a fucking slippery old slope here. Because now we got... Let's just see if you've heard this story been told before. You got an Austrian man standing up at a podium saying he's going to be locking down a certain segment of the population. Oh my fucking... This is a real fucking news story. Austrian Chancellor threatens to lock down the unvaccinated if cases rise. It's punishment. It's just punishment for not fucking following in line. People in Austria who choose not to get the jab face being locked down at home if a number of severe COVID-19 hospitalizations in the nation continues to climb. Why just the unvaccinated? Okay, and why are you doing lockdowns? They've only proven over the extended amount of time we've seen them implemented, they've only proven not to be effective at all whatsoever, but hey, it's Austria. The fucking tyranny runs through their veins. Along with the jab, make sure to get 9 of them. Austrian Chancellor Alexander Schallenberg. Oh, guess I didn't get all of them. Announced on Friday that if the number of COVID-19 patients in intensive care units reaches 600, nice just to fuck, I'm just going to go ahead and pick a number out of the fucking hat. People did not get the vaccine would only be able to leave their homes for specific reasons, and they'd have to wear a nice little badge on their lapel to demarcate that they aren't vaccinated. 600 intensive care units represents 1/3. Oh my God. I just seen the headline when I picked this. I thought that we'd go through this together, but oh, man, I'm getting so sick of all of this shit. 1/3 in Austria. 1/3. There were 220 COVID-19 patients in the ICU at the time of Schallenberg's announcement. So it would have to triple. It would have to triple to hit the cap of 1/3 of the fucking beds. This is evil. This shit is so fucking evil, and nobody cares. People don't fucking care because they have this sick justification in their head. Oh, I went through it, so you're going to have to go through it. That's not an argument. That just means that you're weak, and now you just want to use somebody else's authority to punish others. You're being a hall monitor. You're a fucking loser, and I wouldn't cry one bit if you got paralyzed tripping down a flight of stairs. I'm so done with this shit. I'm so done with all of it. The pandemic is not yet in the rearview mirror. No, because you won't let it be. Schallenberg said, we are about to stumble into this pandemic of the unvaccinated. We got a shorter name for him because unvaccinated is just a little bit too long. I think it sounds a lot like Juden! The announcement came after Schallenberg met the local leaders to address a rapid rise in cases. Okay, but what about, like, hospitalizations, though? Because clearly you aren't even close to being overwhelmed, but now you're just threatening people. Austria boasts one of the highest vaccination rates in the world. Of fucking course they do. So, okay, cool. Cases are rising. We have one of the highest vaccination rates, and yet... you know what the problem is? All of the unvaccinated, and we're going to lock them down. Okay. I bet you're thinking to yourself, because I said that these stories... Did you ask yourself, okay, that these stories were going to get more sick and deranged as we went on. I said they'd get more depressing, but I'll just go ahead and extrapolate, and I don't know why I'm fucking hyping this up so much. You already know, based on the thumbnail, I'd imagine. I haven't fucking made it up yet, but you already know that Fauci is, like, probably the worst human being to have ever walked this earth, and I say that with all of the big examples in mind, okay? Because one thing you could say about Hitler is he loved his dog. Fauci experiments on dogs, and this is a subsidiary of The Hill, okay? This isn't some kind of fucking nut job website. Well, okay, it is, but for different reasons. But this is a legitimate fucking news source, like they're slant or not, and the fact that they're going after Fauci for this just goes to show you the depths of depravity that this lying, puppety cocksucker has gotten away with, will continue to get away with, and get paid handsomely while doing so. Bipartisan legislatures demand answers for Fauci on cruel puppy experiments. Our investigators show that Fauci's NIH division shipped part of a $375,800 grant to a lab in Tunisia to drug beagles and lock their heads in mesh cages filled with hungry sandflies so the insects would eat them alive. Okay, I've read that a bunch, but that was the first time I've ever vocalized it, and wow. Wow. Oh. I don't want to show it. That's so fucking sad. A bipartisan letter demands answers from the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and President Biden's chief medical advisor. The White Coast Waste Project, the nonprofit organization that pointed first out that the U.S. taxpayers were being used to fund the controversial, to study and design the fucking coronaviruses specific to bats, right? We got the emails, we got the documents, and now the NIH have fucking verified them, so I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you guys are going to use for justification. Now has turned its sights on Anthony Fauci on another animal testing related matter. God, they're trying to write this like it's a fucking National Enquirer. Just get to the point. Infecting dozens of beagles with disease-causing parasites to test an experimental drug on them. Oh my fuck. There are Bond villains with more of a moral compass than Fauci. Jesus Christ. House members, most of whom are Republicans. So is that trying to be a dunk or something? But Republicans care about dogs? I don't think that that's necessarily something you could slam them on, but alright. Want Fauci to explain himself in response to allegations brought on by the White Coast Waste Project that involves drugging puppies. It's just so fucking depraved. According to the White Coat Waste Project, the FDA does not require drugs to be tested on dogs, so the group is asking why there was a need for such a thing. Yeah, exactly. If Tunisia wants to do this sick shit, that's Tunisia's business. But the fact that you funded it, we're going to need some answers on that one. But I don't think you care. White Coat Waste claims that 44 beagle puppies, are they like actual... God. Were used in Tunisia's North African laboratory, and some of the dogs even had their yeah, because when you're experimenting on puppies, you wouldn't want to hear them yelp or cry. Oh my God. Allegedly, so scientists could work without incessant barking. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Goebbels probably had similar fucking sentiments expressed when he was trying to make human-animal hybrids in fucking Auschwitz. Leading the effort is Representative Nancy Mace, writing a letter to the National Institute of Health saying the prorectomies are cruel and reprehensible misuse of taxpayer funds. No, I think letting their faces getting eaten alive is probably just a tad bit more reprehensible than just having their vocal cords snipped. I hear barking dogs all the time, and I kind of wouldn't mind that from occasionally, I suppose. Our investigators show that Fauci's NIH division shipped out part of the $375,800 grant to a lab in Tunisia. Don't need to reread that because that makes me sad. They also locked beagles alone in cages in the desert overnight for 9 consecutive nights. Oh, to use them as baits to attract infectious. It continues to get worse. Mace's letter was signed by, I'm not reading all of those people's names. The only ones that kind of stick out. Oh, you got Ted Lieu when he's not afflicted by TDS. Yeah, a whole bunch of names that don't really ring a bell, but good for them for, I don't know, being actual animal rights activists. I wonder what PETA's take on this one is, or are they just trying to, I don't know, work this into a jab ad or some dumb shit. NIH did not immediately respond to requests for comment from Changing America. I would imagine they probably will not address us. Hopefully somebody or something will just come up in the news and this will be completely forgotten. But God, we got to talk about something completely different up next, because that one just left me feeling just fucking sad, really. But with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. Sorry for that. We'll cheer you up next with sports. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.